The Joe Rogan Experience.
I just think there's honest money and then there's dishonest money. And I've never had the stomach for...
You mean like the money they paid the people to endorse Kamala Harris?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty dishonest money right there.
So
Cardi
wild.
B, Beyonce.
Did you know that was even legal?
Fools.
Did you know that was even legal?
It shouldn't be legal. The View keeps yammering about how Elon Musk shouldn't be allowed. Or I saw a video yesterday about you. Oh, the Joe Rogans of the world are influencing. You're like,
oh, that's that feminist guy.
yeah, and like they're so.
The View, just a bunch of ladies hating on people that they disagree with. That's all that is. They talk about being inclusive. Oh my God.
They try to say that there's this multi-billion-dollar right-wing ecosystem that's been developed, just like a terrorist network that radicalizes young people. Like, what? By talking to scientists?
By telling them to be good guys? To tell them to be honorable to their partner?
Radicalizes.
That's not radical.
Radicalizes.
Also, let me ask you, on air for this podcast, how much money did Donald...
The left is the most deceptive, lying party I've ever dealt with, heard of. I mean, shit. They're always making claims about stuff that isn't true. And the right has to do the same sometimes to battle it, because if they're always honest all the time and the left is always lying all the time, then, you know, the gap's going to be, the line's going to be way off to the side. So you got to battle fire with fire sometimes. But the left is just the problem.
Trump give you to endorse him?
$100 million.
No, he didn't.
He gave me nothing.
Gave you zero, Joe.
Gave me nothing.
He gave you zero because you thought, I think that this is what's best for the country, given the two options.
I knew the resistance that it would face, but
how
I
much
think
did
it's
Beyonce
true.
get?
She got $10 million.
$10 million.
But hold on. She talked for like 3 minutes. That's good.
And Trump saying he's willing to pay off the Democrats' debt, Harris's debt, dude, please let them deal with that. They were willing to use it against you, Mr. President Trump. Come on, man. Don't be that kind.
What do you mean that's good?
I mean, that's enough.
That's too much.
No, it's plenty. It's perfect.
$10 million.
It's a good deal. It's a good deal, the taxpayers' money. I mean, it's a good deal, all these people that are like donating money to the Democratic Party, and they're $20 million in debt. Here's the crazy thing.
Mutants.
They're $20 million. They spent $1 billion. They're $20 million in debt, and Trump offered to pay their debt. He's like, we have a lot of money left over because most of our media he called it earned media. I had to look it up. So earned media is essentially whenever he's in the news, or when he's getting interviewed on shows or on podcasts.
Yeah.
That's earned media, and that's what he did.
Well, I just love, people go, why are you getting so passionate about this, Jeff? It's like it's right in front of your eyes.
Right.
If you have to pay someone $10 million to endorse A, but then like,
let them worry about it. Use that money to help the homeless and the veterans, just like you say. Just let them deal with it. They wouldn't help you.
B is doing it for free because they believe in that like idea. Which one seems more nefarious?
Bro, Eminem took 1.8.
1.8.
Is that real?
How do we know that's true?
Because I said it.
I've
read it on the news.
I have not found any evidence that supports this stuff.
I think it's all legit.
Some of them being asked and said I was not paid.
But wait a minute. Oprah was paid. There was an FEC thing.
Her company was paid to host an event.
Okay. They paid her company $1 million, dude.
I'm just saying that's
right.
I don't know what happened and where they hosted it, how many people were involved. She was not paid. Her company was paid.
$1 million? What did she do that hosted an event? Did she put together an event, like cater an event?
Campaign finance. I'll try to put it on the screen. Show that they paid Harpo Productions for event production. It was paid for post live stream an event. Which I don't know how much that cost.
Production costs of a live stream event. That could be money.
Said she was not paid a personal fee for the event. She said I was paid nothing.
Right, but
of course not.
She didn't donate.
She's not getting paid so she can avoid the taxes, but something. She got the money somehow.
Her company to do this. She got paid for it.
That's right. I don't know. Like,
so this is where I got it.
So she got a gig. Is essentially what it is. She got $1 million gig.
$5 million to Megan Thee Stallion, $3 million to Lizzo, $1.8 for Eminem.
I know that's in this article, but it doesn't show like where.
And $1 million for Oprah.
That could be made up.
Okay.
Yeah, it says an Instagram list.
Well, I didn't make it up, but that's what I read.
It.
So yeah.
I want it to be real.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
I want it to be real.
Yeah. Well, if it.
I think stuff like that should be illegal. You shouldn't be able to just make up false information and spread it around like that. You know, free press, free media free speech was so you could spread accurate information to everyone. So that way everyone could be informed. You know, not to spread BS.
I makes me believe in our Earth better if they didn't. If they just did it for free.
It makes me believe in the Earth better if they did it. Because I don't want to think that Eminem really believed that shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's always naughty people that do this.
I wouldn't think you went out there for 1.8.
There's
no federal records showing campaign payments to Eminem or Megan Thee Stallion. So when it says mostly false, like where did that rumor emanate from?
Someone put it on Instagram, and it goes around. People run wild with it because it sounds fun.
I fucking hate that shit.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
I loathe inaccurate information and lies. I hate clickbait titles. Man, I just can't stand that shit.
If I'm wrong, I'm willing to, you know. I read it and my blood boiled.
Yeah,
I was like, what is going on?
The Beyonce one is crazy.
There's no evidence that it's true. It might be true. Doesn't mean it's not. Just no current evidence as of today.
It's mostly false, but this is PolitiFact.
Yeah, it could be a rumor that got spread.
PolitiFact is sketch.
Okay. Well, if it's not true, then it's not true. But let me tell you, if it is true, that's
legal?
Crazy.
Is that legal? Is it legal to pay Beyonce $10 million to talk at a political rally?
I don't think so. There's all these like little companies.
Why would they pay her that much? That seems crazy. That does seem crazy.
Desperate times.
Yeah, but she doesn't need the money.
I'm saying desperate times for the campaign trail, and then they go, I was going to endorse her anyways. I'll just do it for, you know, a little fee. My time is worth money. My private plane costs money. Can you cover that, you know?
Well, it seems suspicious, you know, because when someone's got that kind of money, to do something that people are going to look down upon if they find out if it's true, that's what makes me skeptical. Because, like, someone who has that kind of money, for her, $10 million, it sounds crazy to say this, but I believe that for Beyonce and Jay-Z, $10 million is not noticeable. It's not going to change their life at all.
No, it won't change your life, but you still notice. Like,
I think they're...
Dude, greed, man. They want to get paid. It's an ego thing. It's all in their head. Oh, you want me to come? Yeah, I'll come for a fee. Yeah, sure. And the Democrats thought they're buying their influence. Come on, man.
Billionaires, dude.
Beyonce's got almost $1 billion.
Yeah, and I think he has $1 billion as well.
Interesting.
I don't think they're going to notice. So that's like not going to change.
No, they're not going to notice, but it's an ego thing. Come on, man. Dude, just because you're a good dude don't mean everybody else is good.
Your lifestyle.
But it could get you out of your house to go do a thing that puts you in the news.
Is that what you want?
Well, think about the Super Bowl. All those people that perform the Super Bowl halftime get paid $0.
Right, but
why
it's
do they do it?
Tremendous advertisement.
Because they do it.
But they perform. She wasn't even performing. She was just talking. I mean, maybe $10 million is $10 million. You can't help it, even if you got $2 billion in the bank. But part of me is like, maybe I'm just looking at how I would look at it. Like, I wouldn't do shit.
Yeah.
I don't do nothing.
Well, I always think, and this may be my naivety to like rich people, is that like they don't have to be bought anymore because they're rich. Like you'd think that. That's how I think about it. Is that like I wouldn't do anything against. It's easier to do things against my moral compass when I was broke.
Right.
You'd say, Jeff, we'll give you $500. Go steal this thing, because I'd be like, you know, I need $500. Whereas like now I can be a little more generous with my money. I can be a little more ethical because I'm in a place where I don't have to worry about the $500 isn't worth breaking some ethical code for me.
Right, but money isn't your existence.
Exactly.
And for some people, money is a sum score of how well they're doing in life, and they get addicted to numbers. They get addicted to this idea of constantly, and they compare themselves to all the other people.
This is from Fox News. They have Washington Examiner reporting that money was spent in ways, I guess you could argue, maybe.
Well, they spent six figures building the set for Call Her Daddy, but that seems that people are saying that's outrageous, but that's not that outrageous. $100,000, you build a set, you have to lease a building, you have to bring in cameras and all that shit. I could see that being $100,000. Campaign spent at least $15 million on event production, FEC records show, with many payments lining up with high-profile events and concerts with celebrity attendees or performers.
And that's how you do it. Because it's a performance.
Right. So you pay
so
them
you
for
can pay them to
performing.
perform. That's the
Right.
difference.
That's the difference. The truth is just an epic disaster.
Taxes,
It's a $1 billion disaster.
Taxes.
Lindy Lee, Harris surrogate, and DNC National Finance Committee member told Fox and Friends Weekend on Saturday. So they just definitely spent a lot of money. Harris campaign cut multiple six-figure paychecks in September for left-leaning groups that have been vocal about defunding the police, reparations that are tied to radical activists who have supported notorious anti-Semite Louis Farrakhan, Fox News digitally previously reported. That's wild. So they cut checks to left-leaning groups. So they spend money to get people to talk
They
about
give
things.
it to the groups pay the performers and the people that speak.
Well, no, you also the groups, like, you're paying them to be vocal.
Yeah.
Like, by saying I cut multiple six-figure checks, like, you're funding these people to go out and do these things. The FEC filings
50.
Also spent north of $56 million on payroll and payroll taxes
There
in
it is.
just 3 months.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That payroll is your performers and your
Filings
speakers.
also show the campaign gave in excess of $100 million to various consulting and marketing firms, including Gambit Strategies LLC, DuPont Circle Strategies LLC, and Bully Pulpit Interactive LLC. That is so crazy. They gave those folks $100 million.
Yeah, so like $1 million to Eminem could have been lost in there, but I'm just saying that.
There it is.
You have to find the evidence to
Right.
blame
Well,
him.
I think with a guy like Eminem too, he doesn't like performing. Like, he has agoraphobia. Like, he doesn't like leaving the house.
With a house like he has, who needs to? Man, that thing's probably so comfortable.
Just crazy. I saw him. He killed it. I saw him over here at the racetrack.
Really?
He played at Coda. Yeah, it was awesome. It was like 100,000 people were there, because it was I don't know what the real number is. I might have made that up, but a lot of people. Because it was there.
Packed.
People were there for Formula One, and they have this enormous place. Like, I saw the Stones there, and I think it was. I mean, how many people does Coda seat? I mean, it had to be 80,000 people. It's one of the biggest crowds I've ever seen. It was insane.
This F1
but I
stuff's
saw
taking
Eminem
off.
there. He was great, but he performed so rarely.
My buddy was at an F1 thing recently, and like at one of the concerts that was performing afterwards or something, or maybe it was just F1. I don't know. Maybe there wasn't a concert. Whatever it was, Michael Jordan was just hanging out. Michael Jordan had a hat on, a hood on. He had like the things over his ears from the noise of the car. And my buddy's like, "Hey man, like and then Jordan took like a selfie with him, chatted him up for a few minutes. And I was like,
Wow.
that's how popular it's getting.
Yeah.
Like, you said the Eminem was performing at an F1 thing?
Yeah, he performed at, they had the races, and then one night he performed.
That's crazy.
I think he performed Sunday night or Saturday night. I just saw Post Malone there too. He was just there 2 weeks ago doing his country show.
Yeah.
He's doing like
I love that.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's fucking I love that dude to death.
Post's the best.
He's so much fun. He's such a fun dude too. Just fun to hang out with him too. Get to see him and give him a hug.
Must be nice. Have money. Just do whatever you
100,000.
want.
100,000
Nice.
people. 100,000. So it was just in fucking insane huge crowd. He killed it too.
I love that.
So, but he doesn't like to do shows. So to get him out there for a political event,
Man, I've been wanting to get metal teeth forever. Now Post Malone went and did it. Now if I do it, everybody's gonna think I want to be like Post Malone. Fuck.
you gotta come with the cheddar.
Yeah, you better
Gotta
pay
come
the
with
guy.
The
Yeah.
cheddar. Especially if he doesn't do a lot of shows a year.
Yeah.
1.8 will go a long way.
Yeah.
Guy lives in Detroit.
Pretty
Price
easy.
of living there is not that steep.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that I also think that it's people care about money,
Yeah, well, especially if you're a person who thinks about money all the time. That's what I was saying about, like, I know rich dudes. I know dudes who are billionaires who get uncomfortable when they're around 100 billionaires because they feel like losers.
It's wild. It's hilarious. It breaks my brain. It's like when you showed me all the planets in a row and I was going, oh, like that's what you just did with money for me.
Because there's always layers to it. Like,
Yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah.
wealthy, but I'm very poor compared to my friend Elon.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a pauper. I'm like a dude living in a
But
shitty
it's
studio
also-
apartment compared to that guy. Like, that's what it's like.
I know.
Like, there's like crazy levels to it.
That's funny shit. That's funny shit. That's fucking hilarious. I love Joe Rogan show.